say hello to everybody, and we'll make sure that I'm going to double check YouTube here. Make sure that we're up and going. Looks like we're live. Session
Bunch
6.
of mimes. Everybody's just like,
All right. Well, welcome everybody to the 6th session. Excuse me. Of our playtesting here for Project Dramond campaign module numero uno. This is the last session. I'm gonna officially say that it's the last session. I mean, we could theoretically span it out into a couple more than one more session, but we'll make this the last session. And we are about to embark upon the final adventure to try to get everybody out of the city safely. And then once we're wrapped up with that, we're gonna do some Q&A, get some feedback from people on some things that I was curious about. And beyond. In the meantime, when we last left off, everybody had. You're selfieing right now?
yes,
Oh, you better be doing
Don't
TikTok,
judge.
is what you better be doing. That way we
Are you
have some
dang right I'm doing
TikTok
TikTok.
versions. When we left off last session, you had a very harrowing journey across the city through the early and mid-morning hours of the day, um, barely escaping with your lives from the tavern. Um, you're assuming no one made it alive because you barely made it out alive. Barely made it through the city. Got to Thanon's, gave them the lowdown, and then it was okay. We need to get out of here because whatever's going down is going down, and that was their recommendation. And you were going to escape by boat. You got to the docks, and you found that the Church of the Elder Ways were just burning all the boats in the docks. At this point, um, everything's in lockdown. You got the front gates locked down. They've got the docks locked down. There doesn't appear to be any way out. You had an option to either go for the sewers to deal with the Raven Syndicate. Thanon said he knew that the Fuwar shipping agency had a couple of boats in some caverns because he's done some smuggling ventures with them in the past. And then somebody had suggested that you could potentially look for the talk to the elves at the Circle of Mages, but ultimately decided to go to the Fuwar shipping agency and see if he can't get one of their boats from the underground docks out of the city. So on the map over here, you had made it over here, and Thanon had managed to talk his way past the guards at the gates. There was a lot more guards than usual. You had managed to get into the grounds and had arrived at the basically the warehouse in the back and entered in and found it empty. Assumedly because all of the guards are at the front gates and or somewhere else on other things. Having a few moments to take a deep breath, they all pause. Thanon, Fear, and Halen. Time to kind of catch your breath a little bit. And Fearon's gonna ask again if she can check Ildador's bite wound.
Good.
One more time. Okay. Doesn't appear.
Do I have to? Oh, okay, good. Whew. Thought I was gonna have to do a saving.
No, that's all good. I was just rolling something on my end. We do need, and I gotta find my notes here.
We don't need.
The half elf is done for. We already know.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we do need to roll because
We're gonna get to the boat. He's just gonna follow.
I'm gonna.
it is a morning. So we're gonna do a Lance, Rag, Haldren. I need you guys to roll Constitution checks, please.
Oh boy.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Save.
I don't think I've gotten above 12 this whole time. Just saying.
I don't think you have either.
Ooh. We didn't do
I think
terrible.
I think 12 is my
That's better
highest
than
roll.
that's better than last week's rolls. That's all I'm gonna say.
This is true. These are better than last week's rolls.
Pray for the fey blood in you to save you.
So as you get a breathing moment here, Farron's going to take the time to explain as you guys are kind of taking your breath, you're reconnoitering, checking out what's going on. Thanon's going to be, checking the what's going on in the warehouse. No one's here. That's a little odd. They either guarding the gates, and Thanon butts in and says, "Order down below, guarding the boats. Either way, we're about to find out." Farron's going to nod. Halen's going to peek his head out, and he's going to be checking the outside of the interior here of the shipping agency grounds. Farron's going to frown, and she's going to turn, and she's going to say, "Can you guys please explain to me again exactly what happened? You said that you saw the girl was healed, and then she turned after that? That was the chain of events?"
Yeah, she showed in at the bar. Everyone bought her a round of drinks. Went to bed.
Everyone around the drinks.
Yeah, everyone had a drink.
Yeah, her parents were there too. Yeah.
Okay.
And then next thing we know, it's middle of the night, and she was eating people.
And converted into some other creature, like what we just
I
saw.
don't know. I don't even know what I call it.
And we watched her dad. I think it was her dad. Anyways, Harry was his name. We watched him turn, and we ended his life early. I believe Lance smashed his face in with a mace, if I remember right.
True story.
It happened. And that creature we saw on the streets just a few minutes ago, that was the same thing that you saw?
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Affirmative.
Something has gone terribly wrong with the curing spell. Because I saw the same thing you saw. I was there. They were healed. They were cured.
Yeah, we were there too.
Okay. All right. Well, she's gonna ponder this as you guys talk to this. She doesn't look good right now. She looks troubled. And she's gonna go off and she's gonna confer with Leanna, who was also there, and they're gonna talk amongst themselves about something. Roll perception, everybody.
Oh, beautiful.
You're such
Mwah.
a perceptive.
Hey, there we go.
The best.
Best.
Yeah, Haldren, Duende. Okay, yeah. So most
Oh,
of you, the two elves are talking amongst themselves. How many of you who rolled perception? The half elf speaks Elven. Duende, you speak Elven. Ragalorm and Halden, do you speak Elven? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, so you don't know what's going on. Duende and Haldren, they're talking in Elvish, and they are conversing about what happened, and how could this be? Like, how could we saw that we were both there. We saw these people get cured. This girl was cured, and then she turns into something like this. They start talking about things that are, some whispers in and out you can't understand, but you hear some talk about perversion of magic, mixing of quantum energy with magic, something gone terribly wrong, something within the weave, and then they realize that they're being listened to, and they kind of move off to the corner and keep talking amongst themselves. Meanwhile, Thanon is motioning to Hylan and Alfie and the rest of you. Okay, come on, let's go take a look at this downstairs, guys. And he's going to point to a set of stairs that lead down into the basement. Dun dun dun.
Ooh.
somebody's gonna trip and break their leg. I can feel it.
Roll for perception.
Probably Lance.
I'm just kidding, by the way. You don't need to roll for perception yet. Um,
Aw.
you make your way down the stairs into a open basement area. It's a storeroom. And as you make your way down the stairs into this storeroom, Thannon's going to frown heavily and say, "All right, this is where things get a little bit, well, let's just say, the last time I was here, I was blindfolded. I don't know exactly where the door is, but I know there's a door here somewhere that leads
Oh,
down
wow.
into the passages that go down before, because we came down in here. I remember this much. They blindfolded me up above, brought me down the stairs. I got a keen ear, and definitely smelled the salt air when we went in, and of course when we got down, they took the veil off, and I saw the boats in the cove down below in the secret cavern. But I don't know where this door is, so I'm relying on y'all to find it for me. So one of you's got a keen eye, I hope. So yeah, we're gonna need to search and find a door. Alfia is going to excitedly start to flutter around the room, going, a mystery. I love mysteries.
So are we all looking for this?
I mean, start looking around. That's up to you, whoever does it. Let's see.
Not
Ro-
very well though.
I just realized you could switch characters on the rolls too. Okay.
This is
We're not
going
finding
well.
the damn door, Thanon. Oh! Oh.
Ah,
Okay, hang on. That was cool. I didn't realize there was a drop down here. You can change who the dice roll comes from. That's cool.
all right, it got better.
Ragalorm. You two are the brothers, right? So, you guys are rummaging around in the back corner over here behind these sacks of grain, and the both of you at the same time, you're kind of both in the same area looking at the same place, and you both kind of feel a draft at the same time coming. So there's definitely something here. So let's get everybody over here and let's roll some additional perception rolls real quick.
Everyone, get over here.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
Hey,
It's better than a 4, Lance.
wow, we are not doing good.
Perceptive and investigative bunch, I tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, Althea even is not doing so good.
No, Itrador, you notice as you are tapping on the wall with the butt of your axe, by pure chance, your axe shaft clicks against a stone and it sinks into the
Nice.
wall, and a section of the wall slides aside, and Thanon gives a grunt. Ah, there it is. I knew it was here somewhere.
Brilliant.
He's gonna turn around and
Ah.
shout back up the stairs, "Oi! Girls, let's go, girls!" And a few minutes later, Leanna and Furin appear at the top of the stairs and follow you down.
Heck yeah.
When you get into the as this door opens in front of you, the first thing you see is there's some collection of torches, unlit torches, leaned up against the wall on the floor there. But there doesn't appear to be any other light sources in this cavern as it goes down into the depths. Definitely a cool breeze coming up, and you can definitely smell salt air on the breeze.
Someone should
Alright,
definitely grab a torch.
I'm gonna grab the torch.
I'll grab a torch. Is it just one?
Oh no, there's. I mean, you could all get one if you want. I don't think Duende needs it, right? I don't remember how
Well, I'll
dark
stand
vision
I
is.
back.
have the I have dark vision and also light cantrip, so I can always just make light.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
you're good.
I have dark vision, so I'll just follow the torches.
Okay. All right. So you get the torches. All right. Let's do marching order. What's the marching order going into these into this tunnel?
I can go in front.
I was gonna say Ragalorm definitely needs to go up front. I would think that the Rangers should go in the back. So
Yeah,
that
I'll
way
be
we
in
have
the back.
that way we have a torch on each end.
I'll be like third. Doesn't Idrilor want to be
Sure, I'll be second. I'll be
second-ish?
A guy with a battle axe.
Yeah.
Put me up front. You bet.
And then I guess
All right.
And Duende,
Duende.
I'll go second to last.
That makes
and
sense.
Aldrin will be like right in the middle.
Okay.
Which means that if we need him to spring traps or something. Wait, hang on a second. Wait. Is there traps down here?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because if there's traps, we need the dang rogue up front. I just now thought of this.
What's a trap?
Why would you put
Yeah.
traps in your hidden room?
Yeah, right.
You're gonna inconvenience
We'll find out
yourself
if there's
even more.
traps. Whoever wants to.
You never know.
Alright, never mind. Who cares? Just go for it.
Just get trapped.
All right. So who's in front? Ragalorm. Anybody else with
I'm in
him?
front, yeah.
Ragalorm's in
Ragalorm.
front.
Idrithor.
All right. I'm gonna have Thanon come up front with you, and then Furin and Leanna and Howland are gonna hang back in the back. Althea is going to excitedly say, "Ooh, a dark cavern," and she's gonna down the tunnel, and who knows where she went. But she's gone in a puff of wings and dust. All right. So you're moving into the tunnel at this point, I'm assuming, with your torches lit.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right, you start your working way down. The tunnel is gently sloping, and it curves around to the right as you go, always leading deeper down. It's a very slight incline. It's not very steep. And as you work your way down, you're going to eventually get to the point where you can start to see some light up ahead. And you eventually get to it opens up into kind of not a rectangular cavern, but it's a rectangular-ish cavern, and there's actually torches and sconces on the wall here, and there are boxes and crates and bags and pallets and just all sorts of supplies stockpiled here. It's all sorts of different things. There's wine casks, ale casks, there's tobacco, it looks to be some clothing, lots of different types of merchandise that are being stored here in this room. And you have two choices as you come into this room. There's no one here. There is a doorway leading to the east and another doorway, I should say, not doorways, but caverns continuing down. Another tunnel going to the east and another one to the south. Which way do you choose?
Are either of
So-
them lit?
Now, beyond this room, they're just dark tunnels.
So, what direction were we headed?
You were heading eastish.
And there's one that's going south and further east.
Mhm.
Can we smell salt water?
I mean, it's on the air. You're not going to be able to tell which tunnel it's coming from.
which
If
way
we're
was
going
the bay? Or is that where we're heading, or we're trying to get like?
From where
Off
you were, from where the shipping agency was, the bay would have been sort of like east northeast.
What's the dwarf that's with us? What's his name?
Here, I'll go back to the other map real quick so you guys
Thanon.
can see.
Dan. Does he remember?
No, they didn't take the blindfold off me until I was down at the
Oh,
docks.
come on, Dan.
So
Right
this
to left.
this
Before
would
you
have
did they push.
this would have been the where they were. So
Okay.
eastish, southeastish, I guess.
East is like this way, and then
Well, no, hang on. I gotta close this down so I can show. East. This map is kind of laid out kind of weird. The bay. how do I draw this here? Hang on, let me draw this on the map. Because the way that Incarnate does their maps, you have to do it all catty corner. So this
And
would be
none of this
north.
matters. None of this
This
matters if we're lost.
would be
Like, do we
east.
know?
Hang on.
Do we
This
have
would
our
be
se-
south. And that's
Do we have our
west.
sense of bearings?
You're
We
underground.
might.
Yeah, we're underground. We have.
Yeah, but you can
I
kind of
say we go
tell
s-
when you make turns and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. You've got enough of a
I
sense.
can't.
You got enough of a sense of direction to know that these
Maybe
two
you
tunnels, one goes east
I can't.
and one goes
I get
south.
so lost so
Okay,
easily.
Is
Okay,
there,
sorry. Which way is east again? This
Uh,
way?
This way is east.
Let's pull a Scooby Doo and just split up. That might work.
no.
Look for clues. I
South.
say we go south.
South?
Is there
doesn't
a
seem right.
breeze
That's
coming
towards.
from either one?
That's where we came from.
Isn't
I say
south?
we take the southern tunnel. I'm telling you, gonna want to take that.
You just
I
said you had a
know,
bad sense of direction.
Is
I
there,
thought it was
I know we should go south.
is there a breeze coming from either tunnel, either cavern?
Both tunnels have
Oh,
breezes.
Okay.
Maybe there's no wrong answer.
Tristan.
What?
I
You're
say
being-
we should go south.
I don't know. East makes more sense.
Oh,
I'm,
good for you.
I'm thinking east.
I
Nope.
second that.
The tunnels
Dog.
could just turn anyways.
Yup.
All right, take a vote. Which way are we going?
East.
East.
I have 2 easts. How many more easts do we have?
I'd say east.
3 easts.
Prejudice against dwarven opinions.
I guess east.
He isn't his natural. habitat.
That's we're gonna. I guess we're going east.
But you can go south.
Nope.
Yeah, go by
Break up.
yourself. Let us know what you find.
Thanks, guys.
All right. You're going east. Okay. You go east, and as you head down the tunnel, it continues to work its way down, further deeper down into the depths. And eventually you get to another section where you can see some light ahead, and this time you hear voices as you're starting to get closer.
Draw weapons.
Let's see here.
I say we extinguish our torches and kind of see if we can approach quietly.
That's the general consensus? Okay.
I'm just following the leader here. I don't get to make decisions.
They're racist against dwarves. All right, so you work your way down a little bit deeper, and creep your way up to this cavern, and it opens up into a rather spacious area. It's probably 100 feet around. There's actually some wood paneling on the sides here. There's some beds set up on one side. Looks like some foot lockers. There's some more storage stuff here as well, but you've also got the beds and stuff. So this is probably, who knows, staging area or place where some of the guys take a break in between sessions. There's currently a dozen guys in here. Some of them are lounging in their beds. You got, let's say, 4 of them are at a table playing dice or cards. You're not quite sure you can't quite make it out what they're doing, but it looks like everybody is kind of just hanging out at this point.
I think we should ask them where the boats are. It's not conspicuous at all.
Right.
Is there?
Told you we should have went south.
Well, we can
Should we
still
just-
turn around.
Yeah,
All
is
right.
there's no
As
other-
you're hanging out, one of the guys on the beds is gonna, hey, you smell that? And the guy in the bed next to him, smell what? It smells like dwarf.
Oh, great.
Oh man.
Damn it, Joey.
Hey, Heldon's a dwarf too, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
raised by-
and then-
Maybe been raised by humans, but
Yeah, these 2 guys are gonna sit up as you get closer. Now that you can see a little bit better, it's 2 other dwarves, and now they're looking at each other. and they're looking around. I thought we were the only two dwarves here. Yeah, but you smell that, don't you? Oi! And he's gonna shout to one of the guys playing cards. Why aren't you checking the tunnels? There's nobody here. It's just relax. You heard what's coming down from the boss. He said to hang out for a little bit till he knows what's going on upstairs. All right.
Who can
Oh,
actually do the law?
fine. You want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. And these two dwarves are gonna get up, and they're gonna go to... Which tunnel are they gonna go to? They're gonna go to... There's a tunnel on the other side of the chamber, and they're gonna meander over there, and they're gonna kind of peer down into it. Must have been our imagination. And they're gonna come walking
been
back
the
to the
wind.
beds where they were hanging out.
What's that off of, Ian?
Skyrim.
Ah, it is Skyrim. we should turn back and go down the southern tunnel.
All right,
or press on. One or the other.
We could take him.
We can take him. Oh, come on, we can take
There's
him.
a dozen though, right?
well, there's also like a dozen of you if you think about it, because you've got
That's true. Yeah.
Fannin and Fearin and Halen and
Maybe we could convince them that we're part of the trading company.
Do we have any charismatic folk in our party?
You hear that?
There's-
I swear I hear voices from that tunnel over
God
there.
damn it.
As the two dwarves come back from the tunnel they were just inspecting, they start to meander towards your tunnel, because now they think they hear something on top of smelling something.
I have -1 charisma. Sorry, not very helpful.
Same.
I have a lot of charisma. So
Okay, you have to do the docking.
okay, God. Two of you step out with me into the open.
I'll step out.
All right, me
Okay.
too.
Oi! Who are you?
I'm here from the boss. We need to get going. Everything's going to shit.
Roll for it. Oh my god.
There's persuasion.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Oh.
No!
Wow.
All right. Okay. Okay.
I didn't expect that to work. Okay.
30 minutes of my campaign is now erased.
Now, persuasion doesn't have to be mind control.
No, but I mean, these guys are a little, they kind of look at each other confused, and they look, okay, and then they're going to turn around, and they're going to go back to the table, and they're going to turn and look at the table and say, Oi, Carl, these two guys say they're here from the boss. And this guy's going to stand up from the table and turn around and look, and he's going to frown and say, nobody's supposed to be down here. We're not expecting any new patrols for another 2 hours. And he's going to look at you guys. And suspiciously, his frown gets a little deeper, and he's going to put one hand down to his sword. What's the boss's name if you're really from the boss?
Do we know the boss's name?
Bannon should.
Brandon, what's his name? There's no time for that. We need to get going. The
Thannon's
town's on
gonna
fire.
say, Thannon's gonna shrug and say, Janet Fuar, right? Fuar. Fuar. This guy's not having any of it, and
Oh no!
intruders!
Good roll.
And he's gonna draw his sword. He's gonna draw his sword and shout intruders.
That was such a good roll. Oh,
I
that's
know.
terrible.
I will give you the advantage for the most part, because all of these guys are either playing cards on beds. The two guards are kind of muddled and confused. He's the only one that's like, yeah, I'm not buying any of it. He rolled a 6, so yeah, that was bad for you.
Wow.
And Thanon didn't know the name of any boss. So
Fuar.
Fuar, something Fuar, and he didn't buy it. So Um, yeah, you've got the advantage here to do as you will.
How many are coming at us?
Well, it's just they're scattered around the room. Let's say there's I don't have this set up because I was wanting you guys to go into the caverns.
South. Yeah. I
Blocked.
know.
No, it's all good. I'm gonna draw this out real quick.
I tried
Okay,
to tell him
table.
to go south.
All right, there's 6 at a table, 2 standing by the table. That's 8, and then there's 4 more lounging on beds.
Oh, fantastic. 12. Yes, wonderful.
You want us to roll
Wait.
initiative?
No, I'm not. You don't need to roll initiative for this because apart from the one guy who's looking at who was like intruders, the rest of them are still. Nobody knows what's going on. They're all just lounging. Only the 2 guys really caught the sight of you, and then the 3 of you stepped in, and then the persuasion roll, and then he didn't
Let's
believe
just
you were
massacre them
Thanon.
all. Let's do
Let's
it.
do it.
Just
Easy enough.
just massacre them.
I'll let you guys decide how you want to do this. It's really up to you at this point.
Let's just attack. I say we attack the guy that's yelling intruders.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Who's-
do.
Who's standing in front with me?
I am.
Who stepped
We
forth?
took
Lance.
Ragalom
Stepped
and
forward,
Lance.
too.
Lance and Magalon. Okay, let's good. Who wants to go first? I'm talking, so I'll go first.
All right.
I'll just pull out my longbow and aim at the guy who yelled intruder, and I'll shoot.
Okay. You shoot your arrow and it completely goes flying by him.
Wow.
Oops.
So much for your good rolls.
I know, right?
All right, so the 3 of you who are up front, let's do you 3 first, then I'll give him a round, and then we'll get everybody else into the room.
Sacred flame.
Sacred flame, drop.
Dexterity save. All right. Oh, he saves.
Damn.
Does he take half damage when to save? I don't remember.
I
on
don't think
this
so.
one.
I think it's all or none.
Your spell fizzles in the dampness of the cave.
Alright, I know.
Okay, so you're gonna reach forward and you're gonna jab your pike at him. He's gonna grunt as it slices across his thigh. Okay. I'm gonna give him a chance to attack real quick, and then I'll give the rest of everybody a chance, and then we'll do another round of you guys because they're all kind of surprised at the moment.
Oh yeah, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
How does the armor class factor into this?
Well, you have your armor class and their armor class. Maybe I'm misunderstanding your question. Like your
is it
armor
like
class
divinity?
is. Go ahead. Sorry, ask your
When we
question.
get hit, is it like divinity? Is it like you have to use up those hit points first?
No.
Or does
No,
it take away from how much?
No, they do it differently in that game, as I recall. So the way it works in this game is armor class is nothing more than a difficulty roll to hit your opponent. So as long as you exceed that roll, then you hit for whatever damage it is that you do with the spell or the weapon and any bonuses you might have with that. So since we've got the automatic, so we're just doing all the automatic rolls and everything. That's just built into your sheet. Like when Ragalom rolled, it said +5 on his pike roll, and if you hover over it, it shows how that happened because he had +2 strength, +2 proficiency, +1 magic. So he had a +5 on the roll of a 20. So he rolled a natural 20 and then +5. So here's a question for you because that didn't show up as a crit hit. How does that?
No, he rolled a 15 and then they added 5.
Oh, sorry. I was, dude. Thank you. I was reading that wrong. I was reading 24 in my mind, but it was a 20 plus the 4. That's my bad. I was like, wait a second, that doesn't make sense to me. All right, so he's going to curse as this thing whips through his side, and he's going to cast. Dun, 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 dun. I don't remember how this spell works. 'Cause I haven't played in forever.
Fireball.
No, not in close quarters. No. This is me not being intimately familiar with 5th edition, so I'm reading this. So those of you who are watching the stream, you'll know what's coming.
Jump on stream.
All right, so he's going to cast Sleep. So it says that roll 5d8 is what it tells me here. So I'm going to roll 5d8. And that's 22. It says creatures within 20 feet are affected in ascending order of their current hit points. As the lyric each spell falls unconscious. So it says starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points within 20 feet. So I'm going to roll real quick to see if he sees anybody in the hallway. Nope, he just sees those of you. So he's just going to cast this on you guys. Those of you who are familiar with 5th edition, correct? Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna alert the party that we took some serious damage before we came down here.
No, she healed
We
you up.
never rested.
Yeah, but
She did?
she gave
Yeah.
she healed you. If you recall, Furin did.
To full? Because I've only got 11 hit points
Well,
No, we should all
according to
be
my
full.
character sheet.
I thought we healed before when we rounded up that last fight.
You did.
You healed. Furin
Oh,
healed
really?
you.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I knew she healed us at Thanon, so. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I might have forgotten about it, but I'm saying she healed you. So
Oh, good. Okay, so we're all full hit points.
yeah, you were
Yeah.
taking the break in the warehouse before you came down to the basement. It's
Okay.
GM's
Okay.
prerogative.
Phew.
You're all healed.
Phew. Thank God.
All right, so I rolled a 22. So for those of you who are familiar with 5th edition, it says that this affects, starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points, each creature affected by the spell falls unconscious until. So does this, it says subtract each creature's hit points from the total before moving on to the creature with the next lowest hit points.
Track each creature's hit points.
So
Oh, I
I'm
see.
assuming that would be whoever's got the lowest of the hit points out of the 3 of you. If it uses up, if you have 22 hit points or less, you fall
That
asleep.
person falls asleep.
But if you have more than
Yeah.
22, it just doesn't affect you.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
I have 26 if I'm at fall.
I got 30.
I have 26 too.
And I'm at 29.
So it's
Dwinde's
not
screwed.
okay. So it's
What's Dwinde got?
no. He's
I
not.
can
He doesn't-
sleep
doesn't
magically,
see him.
so
It's
Yeah,
only
he-
us 3.
It's only the 3 of you.
Oh, it's only the 3 up front. Okay. Whew.
Right. Well, that's what he cast on, and if it doesn't, if the amount of hit points in that roll
Right.
doesn't exceed that first person, I don't think that person falls asleep, and obviously it doesn't do anybody else.
Gotcha.
Plus, elves are immune to sleep and charm spells. So,
Oh.
so he casts this spell, and you guys just kind of you shake it off, and he curses, "To arms!" And he's gonna yell at all of his guys, and they're gonna all look up a little surprised,
yeah.
like, "What's going on here?" The rest of you can now do something. Then we'll do Thanon, Perrin Highland, and so on and so forth, and then we'll do another round of everybody before these guys get a chance, because you did surprise them. So Idrildor, let's just do it in order of what I got on my screen. Idrildor, you're up.
All right. I'm pretty far back. Do I have enough to take a step forward and attack?
Sure.
All right. I'm going for the guy that screamed in the beginning.
Take him out.
Okay.
Got my two-handed battle axe. Here we go, guys. Gotta take a honk.
Come on. Swing hard.
Ah,
Yeah, you
Tried.
missed
tried.
him.
I tried, guys.
Okay.
Swing and a miss.
I swing and I miss. Strike one.
Yeah, you
Bad
missed.
ball.
Dwinde, you're next. Sorry, Lance. Lance.
That would have been
Or
a
no,
really
wait.
good hit,
Lance,
too.
you already went, right?
I did go
Yeah,
once
never mind.
already.
So it's Dwinde.
I think I'm going to cast shatter on as many of them as I can hit.
Okay.
Ooh.
Sorry, I clicked that too many times. Shatter! Sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range. Each creature in a 10-foot
God.
radius sphere centered on that point.
I
Make a
hope friendly fire is not
Constitution.
on.
Even if it is, it's not gonna hit him because of my my specialization as of right now, at least.
Okay.
3d8 thunder damage.
Okay, so we could probably get everybody at that table,
Ooh.
which would be the guy who shouted, and then all the people at that table. Does that sound
That's
okay to
good.
you? Okay, so we've got 6 of them that need to make saving
Nice.
throws. What is the saving
Of
throw
at
here?
least 13?
Is DC 13 is what it said? Yeah, right there. So we got to do 6. I can only do 5 for now. I don't know how to do a 6th one. I'll just roll one individual one there. So only 2 saved. So let me get these guys at the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I will say it's nice having a wizard. Or excuse me, a hedge mage.
2, 3,
They have the deeps.
4. Save. Alright, hang on a second here. Take 3d8 damage on a failed save for half as much on a successful one. Okay, so you rolled 21 damage. God damn.
I rolled really well. 2 max rolls.
Yeah, that's awfully nice. So,
It hit a lot of people too. Nice.
okay, so these guys all take 21. These
And that's
guys
only a
take-
level 3 spell, or is that a level 2 spell?
I'm just gonna say these guys take 10. So
Level 2.
Wow.
yeah, but mage scales often scale, which makes them really cool.
Aren't they like glass cannons kind of thing?
They can
Yep.
be, but then you've got like stone skin and shield and mage armor and
Right.
stuff that can help out.
I have this really cool thing that's a racial.
Is there
and
any?
I'm really good at recognizing stone.
Are there any residual effects of this spell? I'm not. I'm just reading through it real
Nope,
quick to make
it's
sure
just
that
damage.
it's just straight up damage. Okay. So yeah, everybody at the table like doubles over like ah. The 2 that saved are gonna be the guy who cast on you, the guy who noticed you in the first place. But he's obviously gonna take some damage and grunt in pain again. And then the guy just to the right of him at the table. Halden, you're up.
Halden.
Since I don't want to move around a ton of people, I guess I'll just pull out my short bow
Short bow, yeah.
and fire at someone. Let's see. Who's the? Would like the dwarves be the closest, or the guy that casts a spell? Or...
The dwarves would be the closest to you. Both of them have their backs turned because they're facing the table and they were facing their boss. Like, hey, boss, these guys are here.
Nice.
They're the closest to you because you're facing into this chamber. Off to the left are some beds. There's 4 guys in the bed. There's the 6 at the table, and then there's the 2 guys who are between your group and the guy who shouted, "Intruders!"
Okay. I will shoot one in the back then.
Ooh, a fellow dwarf in the back. That's harsh.
Yes, it's reality. Oh,
It's
And
reality.
you miss.
Oh.
reality different.
All right. Let's see here. Thanon's just gonna charge in straight for the intruder guy. Well, I guess this is the one we busted up our interest in over here now. Ha! Rolling charge, and because I can do this now, which I didn't realize before. Thanon, character sheet, great axe. Okay, that's a hit for 14 damage, straight for that guy. Okay, it's gonna just sink into his shoulder and almost sever his arm. He's gonna pull the axe out, swing again, and the guy, as he pulls the axe out, the guy's gonna give a mighty scream and stagger back, and his second swing is gonna miss. Next, we've got Halen is gonna pew pew into the crowd, into the same guy. That's a hit. And takes an arrow to the chest.
Oh!
And one more, and the guy who yelled intruders gives a final gurgle as the arrow pierces his throat, and he falls back onto the table on top of the cards and dice game that they were playing. Now, you still no sign of Alfia, by the way. I apparently am missing a character sheet for Leanna. Too bad! Firen, you're up next. Dun, 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 dun.
Who?
Firen, the dwarf. The dwarf, not dwarf, the druid. The druid. What has she got as her spells? I think she's just gonna do for the good old poison spray.
Ooh.
On this is a single target, right? Yep. She's gonna do it on one of the dwarves that's got the back to the same one that Halden shot at. He needs to save. And he did save. He just kind of gives a shriek and steps a little bit out of the range of the spray.
Did you mean to roll a D100?
No, I did not. Thank you for catching that.
Oh.
Let me
You
roll
actually rolled really poorly considering.
it. Thank you for paying attention to that. No, he failed to save, so he needs to take 1d12.
Actually, you rolled almost the same percentage.
Almost, yeah. All right, so that's 1d12 of damage that he's gonna take. Thanks for catching that. A little splattering of the acid, a little splattering of the poison gets on his cloak,
Oh,
and,
no,
and he
Terrible.
he kind of ducks away. Hi! All right, Leanna. Let's see here, because I don't have her character sheet for some reason. I thought I had it, and I apparently don't. So it's 1. It's 3. All right, she's gonna magic missile. Can you? Here's a good question. Can you direct magic missiles at different targets, as I recall?
Yes.
Okay. So she's gonna split between the two dwarves here. I'm gonna roll for the first dwarf separately, and then for the second dwarf. Okay. Okay. Let's. 8. The first dwarf, and then the second dwarf. Not that impressive, Leanna. Both of the dwarves, as they get shot in the back with some magic missiles. So that would be. Okay. No sign of Alfia at this point. So I'll let you guys. It was Lance, Ragalorm, and Haldren. I forget which order you guys went in, so I think it was Haldren and then Lance and then Ragalorm
Yeah, it
last
was
time.
second.
All right, same thing again.
Who's still standing?
Well, they're all. I mean, you still kind of got command of the room. The guys in the beds are getting up now, getting weapons. Next round, they'll be able to attack. Guys at the table are a little bit shaken. Same thing with them. You got one guy that saved versus the shatter, and he's stood up and has drawn his sword. And then, so yeah, you've still got command of the scenario here.
All right, I'll aim for the guy who's standing up and drawing his weapon.
Okay.
I have a spell. I don't know if I should. No, I'll just aim and shoot.
Pew, pew, pew. That's a hit. Okay. Okie dokie. Lance, I think you're next.
So that guy's still standing, huh? I'll go try to hit him with my mace.
Okay. This is the guy that's.
I will not.
You will whiff horribly
hit
as
him
you
with my
try to
mace.
attempt to swing him with the mace. Ragalorm.
Alright. I think I'm gonna go after one of the guys that's not quite. Wait. There's only one guy that was drawing a sword, right?
Yeah, he was the guy standing up that Haldren just shot, and Lance tried to hit but whiffed on.
Alright. I'm gonna instead take one of the guys that's not quite ready yet.
All right, it's another one of the guys at the table.
Yeah.
Is that one of the dwarves?
No, one of the two dwarves are standing behind.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
And that is a hit. As one of the guys is standing up for the table, you pierce him in the side with your pike. Ah! Okay, Isidore, you're up.
Okay. The guy that screamed intruders is still around.
No, he's dead.
and
He
is-
fell back on the table. He's dead.
Wait, when did he die?
Last,
Yeah, he got.
he got
Yeah,
blasted.
He got blasted away.
With a thunder strike?
He just
I thought
multiple attacks.
Yeah, then he took
Oh, I
something
thought-
else.
I thought he saved. Okay, well my bad.
No.
Okay, well there's still the two. Where's the two dwarves now in race relation?
They're right by you. They were basically between the party and the guy who fell at the table. So they're between the party and the table.
All right, well I'll just take out one of them. I guess seems sacrilegious, but whatever. Take him out.
So many dice, and you still failed to hit them.
Wow, wow. The armor's just too good, guys.
All right, Duende, you're up.
I am just going to cast Ray of Frost on the same guy that has been attacked repeatedly.
Okay. It's the guy standing up from the table. Takes 5 cold to the chest. It's cold.
Aw.
All right, Helden, you're up next.
Okay, attacking one of the dwarves again. Wow.
Oh wow.
Again, your arrow goes past them into the wall, thuds into the wooden
Just the
wall.
wall.
Boom. All right, I think that's all of you. Thanon is gonna pick his axe up from where he kind of missed that swing, and he's just gonna turn to that guy who was trying to stand up, and he's gonna whack him. Need to bring up his character sheet. All right, he misses,
Yeah, it's terrible.
and that one's a hit for 5 points of damage. It's gonna hit the guy in the leg. His axe is gonna sink into the guy's knee. The guy's gonna howl out in pain and fall over onto the floor. He's still twitching. He's not quite dead, but he's down on the floor, twitching away. All right, next
Okay.
up, we've got Halen. And let's see here. He's just gonna shoot at the same one that Halen was shooting at. That one takes 6, and he's gonna do another shot into the back. And that's a miss. Okay. Switch over to Fearin. She's gonna step up and just whack at one of these dwarves with her quarterstaff.
Oof.
And she whiffs as well.
These are terrible.
They are
Man.
terrible.
We're just running into the room, just missing everyone.
Just hey, boss says we're supposed to be here. Ah!
All right. We do another magic missile here from Leanna. Against the one dwarf. Takes the one dwarf. He gives out a final gurgle and falls to the ground.
Yeah.
Next dwarf. He gives out a grunt as he takes a few darts to the back here. Okay. All right. It's still no sign of Althea. All right. I think that takes care of all of you guys. Now we're gonna give them a chance to actually do something this round. So one guy's down on the ground. Thanon's axe in his leg. He's gurgling and moaning around. We've got these 4 guys at the table. I'm gonna roll real quick to see who they go for, because the 3 people we have close to the table are Ragalorm, Thanon, and who else was up there?
I was pretty close.
Yeah, Lance. So 1, 2, it's Thanon. 3, 4, Ragalorm. 5, 6, it's Lance. Well, aren't we lucky? So this guy is gonna attack Thanon. And he's gonna miss. Next guy is also gonna get up. He's just gonna go for the closest, which is Thanon. That's gonna be a miss. And then we're gonna get the 3rd guy. Also a miss. And then the 4th guy. Those 4 guys missed. Now the guys in the bed. We've got 2 of them. They're gonna actually pull swords and charge towards the back group. So let's see, we got Isildur, Duende, and Halden. So I'm just gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for you guys as well. 1, 2, 3. That would be Duende. And take a couple of rolls here. That's a miss. That's a miss. What's your armor class? Like,
they're missing.
Duende, you're like 12 or
Man.
something, aren't you?
I'm
I'm 12.
I'm 12.
13.
13. All right, yeah, those are both misses.
Your
All right.
armor class is better than mine? Wow.
Last 2 guys are gonna they're pulling bows from the bed. They reach down and pull the bows up. We're gonna roll to see whether they go for Fearin, Halen, or Leanna. They're shooting at Leanna. Get the magic users. And I realized I hadn't switched it over. It's Fearin rolling. That drop down confuses the hell out of me. Should have never switched it. And I didn't roll the right dice there. I'm sorry. Herping and derping again with that 100. Okay, the arrows miss Leanna and go flying in. So, you guys are up again. Let's go same order. Haldren, you're up.
Ooh. Am I within like melee distance of anyone? Like, is
If you want to be, it's close quarters fighting at this point. Other than the 2 guys on the beds over there, everybody else is, you're within melee.
All right, I'll just hit the closest guy to me with. I'm not doing good with my bow, so I'll use my short sword.
Okay.
Nice. Stab him.
Stab.
Oh.
Stab,
Nice.
stabbity stab.
Nice.
Let's just say you stab the other dwarf. He's dead.
Oh,
He's dead.
Yeah.
oh,
All right.
killing the dwarven race.
Dead.
Terrible.
Lance, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out the spiritual weapon
Oh yeah.
and oh no. I don't know
forget
if
how-
that's gonna work.
I forget how this one works.
I think it's the same as
It's the same as you. It's like I think it's the same, even the same hit as you, right? It's just you
Right.
cast it and now you have a second weapon, basically.
don't think I can next turn I can hit with it,
With it.
and with a mace.
Right. But this turn you only cast
Wow.
it.
I
So.
only hit it.
So you can do 2 attacks next turn.
Mm-hmm.
But this one you just pulled it out and hit somebody with it, right?
I tried, but I rolled an
You rolled an
8.
8, so yeah, you didn't hit anybody. But it is now summoned forth.
Yeah.
Okay. Ragalorm.
All right. I guess
You got
I'll
two
take-
more. There's 2 more guys at the table.
I'll try and take out one of the guys at the table then.
Take him out.
Ooh, that should be a hit.
It is a hit,
I'll be
and
right back.
Yes.
you're gonna get that guy, and he's gonna go down.
Oh, last our cleric.
All right, Isildur, you're up. You've got one more guy at the table, and then you've got.
All right. I'm gonna go for the last guy at the table. Here we
Come
go.
on.
We're
Hit him
hoping
this
for.
time.
Yeah, as I say, we're hoping for contact here, guys.
You don't have to kill him. Just hit him.
Oh, that should be a hit.
That
Hit
should
it.
be a hit.
It is a hit.
Yes. Persistence. It pays off, boys and girls.
Okay, so he's gonna take. That's 11. Why do
no,
we
it's
have?
11 plus 10.
Yeah,
I
11
don't
plus
know
10.
because
What is that?
it says battle axe plus 1, 1d8 plus 2 slashing, attack plus 5. So I don't know why it's giving me 2 numbers.
I
It's
don't
rolling
either.
a 1d10 and it's
rolling
rolling a
it as if you're
1d8.
doing it one-handed versus two-handed. So the
Why?
one on the left is if you do it one-handed. The one on the right is if you do it two-handed.
That's really interesting. It's a 2-handed weapon though.
I think you can wield battle axe with one hand. Just does less damage.
Okay. Well, let's just take the
On
high
average.
roll. Yeah, we'll take the high roll there. So we'll take 11 from that guy.
One hand.
Well, it's two-handed isn't adding his modifiers for whatever reason.
That's really interesting.
So it should be 3 more. 13.
Well, if that's the case, let's take the high roll. I like the 13 roll better.
He rolled both of his dice max, so.
Yeah. All right.
So
So
you're
you hit
saying,
him.
hang on, I'm trying to understand this. So you're saying it's rolling as it's one-handed or two-handed, and if it 8 plus 2 plus 1. I don't understand why you're saying it gets another 2. Because it's with the strength modifier?
So if you swing that battle axe with one hand,
Right.
because you're like, say you're using a shield,
Sure.
so you use a shield in one hand, the battle axe in the other, so you get more armor, but you do less damage. is the
You do
idea.
1d8, and then if you swing it
So you
two-hand,
can
you get a
swing it-
1d10.
Two-handed and don't have a shield or anything else, you'll do more damage on average because you're using a D10.
Okay. I
Yours isn't
understand.
adding the 3 damage for whatever reason.
So you have to pick which one you're.
I mean, you could just say, yeah, if you're not using a shield, you could just assume it's always two-handed.
Gotcha.
Perfect.
All right.
All right. So he took a chunk of damage. Duende, you are up, sir.
You could dual wield if you're cool.
Dual wielding battle axe dwarf.
Yes.
All right, Duende, you're up, sir.
I will use another frostbolt.
Do you have any target? Closest target? Doesn't matter. You got
Closest
2
target,
guys. Yeah, you got 2 guys attacking you, so we'll just go on those 2 guys.
Sorry, Ray of Frost.
Miss. No.
Oh,
Halden, you're up.
Our rolls are going downhill.
Hey, I'll attack the one that's the John Lord just attacked.
Okay.
With my short bow still, let's see if I actually hit something. No. Some bad rolls.
Uh, all right, you missed. All right, Thanon's gonna turn around and take a swing at this last guy from the table. Let me get his sheet up. That guy dies. And he's going to take a step and swing at one of the guys attacking Duende. Also a hit, but not a lot of damage. Okay. Halen is going to shoot at one of the guys who's shooting at Leanna. Got 2 archers over there. Okay, so we've got a miss and a hit. Alright, Fearin is going to do another. Dun, 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 dun. Where did it go? And that guy. He's gonna roll a save. He also saves. Okay, and then Leanna is going to lean back towards the 2 in the bedroom. The 2 bow people who just shot at her. How does it work in this game? Man, that does a lot more in 5th edition than it does in 2nd edition. I don't think we're casting that though. That seems a little dangerous in close quarters. I think we'll just do we'll do a full force of magic missiles against this guy. Here's a question for you. Since you are more familiar with Roll20, Duende, on the left-hand tab when you want to roll, like you have the dice thing table that it pulls up, the maximum it'll let you do is 5 of a certain type of dice. How can you do, like, if I want to roll 6 dice 6? Do you just type it into chat?
Yeah, just do /R, whatever you want to roll.
Okay, so that would be... Okay. Perfect. Thank you. So that guy's going to take a chunk of damage from magic missiles. Okay. Let's roll a 6 here and see. Nope, still no Alfea. Alright, Haldren, you're up. Oh no, sorry. Hang on. I forgot. I gotta do their attacks real quick. Spacing out here.
Skip.
It's getting late. It's been a long day. Alright, so we've got basically 2 guys on Duende and then 2 on Leanna. That is a hit. He's got a short sword. Take 4 points, Duende. And then we're going to do 2 shots against Leanna. That's a hit. And that's a miss. So we got the 1 hit. Leanna will take 3. Okay. Now it's Haldren's turn. We're down to 4 guys. We got 2 attacking Duende with short swords and 2 shooting from the bed with their bows.
Oof. I'll use my bow and aim at one of the 2 in the back.
Okay. That's a hit. That's 9 points.
There's a hit.
Okay. Lance, good sir.
I will swing at the closest one with both myself and spiritual weapon.
That's a hit.
Woo!
Yay.
And that's a hit.
I'll take that. Better than 0.
Uh-huh. Okay. Ragalorm.
I'm gonna attack one of the guys who's going after Duende.
Okay. That's a hit.
Bring him
6.
down!
Nice. Isidore.
I too will rush to Duende's aid, and hopefully hit somebody.
No, you did not.
Nope.
All right, Duende, you're up.
Oh, shall we?
I'm sorry, I'm trying.
I'll do another Ray Frost.
Okay.
Jesus.
That's a
gosh.
wonderful ray of frost. Just
2
beautiful.
crit fails in a row.
It's 2
Yeah, that's the exact same thing you rolled last time.
sparkling rays of frost flitter across the air and create a beautiful spell effect for the room.
Spark.
Hailden, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna attack something that's moving, preferably not on our team.
Please. Yes.
But it doesn't matter anyways. I'm not gonna hit anything, so.
You missed. You missed. Oh my goodness. All right,
Every round.
Thannon's gonna take a swing here.
Come on, Dan.
If I could get his character sheet, I had it stuff hidden away there. All right, great axe. That's a miss. Come on, Thannon. And a hit for 9. Chink. All right, so that's 9. That guy's gonna fall. So one of the guys attacking Duende crumples to the ground. Next, we've got Halen. I should just keep their character sheets open. That would make things a lot easier. Miss and a miss. Ah! Even Halen's not doing so good. Okay. Biren. What does she want to do at this point? We'll just do another poison spray. Easy 15. Does he save or not? He does not save and takes poison. He gives a horrific scream as poison splashes across his face. This is one the other guy attacking Duende. Was it 12? Yeah, 12. Okay. And then she's gonna do Ray of Frost as well. I don't have her character sheet, so this is what it's just 1d8 of cold damage. You have to roll a 20 first, don't you, to make a hit, Duende?
Yeah.
Because it's a hit
Yes.
spell. I always forget how these
attack.
work sometimes. Okay, yeah, hang on. She missed on both counts, so yeah, her Ray of Frost fizzles as spectacularly as yours, and you have some beautiful spell effects in the air. All right, let's see here. The guy with the sword is gonna swing at Duende.
Poor Duende.
Your armor class is 13, right?
Yep.
That's a hit
Oh,
for 3 points of damage. And then we're gonna roll
They should.
for the two guys in the back a 3. All right. One of the guys in the back is gonna say, "To hell with this," and he's gonna literally just bolt for the doorway. There's another tunnel leading out to the southeast, and he's gonna bolt for that tunnel. The other guy's gonna shoot at Leanna, and he's gonna miss. He's gonna turn around and see his buddy missing, running for the door. He's gonna turn back to you, bare his teeth, draw his bow again, and prepare to attack. However, it's your guys' turn, so Haldren.
alright. I'll shoot my bow first.
Ooh.
And you miss.
There's a miss.
And a miss.
Lance, you're up, Lance.
All right.
Got one more guy on Duende and one guy on the bed shooting bows.
I wonder if I can. How far away am I from Duende?
Away from whom now?
From
Duende.
Duende.
You're within 10 feet or so, I'd say. I mean, you're within striking range because you were hitting the other guy, so.
Okay. Because I have to move my weapon. Looks like I can go move the weapon 20 feet.
Yeah, you have plenty of
Okay.
space.
All right, let's get the guy that's attacking him. Nope. Just nope.
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 Your magical hammer decides to go on a walkabout, and
Damn hammer, I'll do it myself.
and you do it well for
Ooh.
an 8 points of bludgeoning damage against this guy.
Nice.
Awesome.
Ugh! Alright,
Oh.
Ragalorm.
All right, I'm gonna try and take out that guy that's also on Duende.
Finish them.
Finish him.
Pretty sure.
Wow, that's every single person across the board. Almost every single
Yep.
person.
Nerd alert. We all.
Oh,
played
sorry,
that.
Mr. Roll Rag. I didn't hear the dice roll. That's a hit.
Nice.
This guy is going to give out another grunt of pain. Ah! Itador.
He's still up.
So there's one left. There's one left on Duende, and there's one shooting a bow, right?
Yeah.
Well, I gotta go after the one on Duende because I don't have a ranged weapon. So here we go. Oh,
He's
Come
dead.
come on.
Got it.
Oh,
He's dead. All right. Seeing the last
That's
one fall, the guy with the bow is now also going to bolt for that southeastern tunnel and run for the hills.
come on, Haldren, take him down as he runs.
Let's see if Halen can shoot him. He'll take a couple of shots just to see.
Phew.
Oh,
Yeah, he both shots miss. This guy ducks and tumbles and makes it to the tunnel, and off into the tunnel he scurries. All right, you've cleaned house with this room. Bloody
Loot
bodies
bodies.
everywhere. Yeah, there's some loose change. You recover some of your arrows.
lots of loose change. Come on here, we're working with nothing at this
Did-
point.
How much damage did Duende take?
It's only 6, I think, in total.
7, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, you're fine. I guess I could cure wounds you though.
You find 67 gold.
Divided amongst us.
Divided amongst those guys.
Oh, okay.
That's how much gold you find. Now, I don't care how you divide it.
Well, I mean, I found it, so just gonna take it.
Okay.
I'm gonna cure wounds.
Okay.
Cure wounds me or cure wounds yourself?
You. I didn't take any damage. I don't
Oh,
think.
yeah. Gracias.
For as many as there was, I mean, really, that went pretty well.
Yeah, they didn't seem too powerful.
For how poorly we rolled.
That's true.
Yeah, for real.
I got a big area off.
Yeah, that did a lot
Yeah.
of damage.
That did help
Yeah.
quite a bit at the beginning.
That did
Yeah.
help a lot. Yeah, in the beginning.
As you guys are rummaging around and going around here, roll perception checks, everybody.
Oh, I don't want to.
Ooh.
I am very perceptive at 17. Oh wait, no, 9. 9. I rolled a 9. Win day was 17.
Halden,
Quite perceptive.
Halden, you're the one who notices it. As you're moving around and rummaging around bodies, and you're over at the table checking things out, you happen to look down and see. It takes you a second, but it catches your eye. It looks like there's a little bit of light there coming underneath one of the panels against the wall. As you go over there, you realize that there's a false door on the left-hand side of the tunnel where these guys are running, because this room was enclosed by some wainscoting, some wooden paneling, and there seems to be some sort of a false door here. After a few minutes of looking, you what is the roll for? Going to the character sheet real quick just to make sure that I do this right. Yeah, you see that there's a door here. You know that there's a fake door here. Let's leave it at that.
Okay. There's a door here.
Oh.
Oh, cool.
Oh no, like I don't know, I don't know where the hell we're going.
Open it.
I mean, I want to try to open it. I guess. I mean, see if it's easy to open at least.
Well, it's locked.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
He can pick locks. Come on.
Yeah,
well,
you got
yeah,
it.
true. What are you talking about? Yeah, I guess I can try to
What's
pick it. Whatever. Why
Pick
not?
that lock.
Sleight of hand? What would that be?
I don't know. Thieves' tools, maybe? Or I don't really know how this works.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Isn't there like some tools or something? I don't remember.
well,
Thieves'
with 5th
tools,
edition,
yeah.
I'm trying to remember because I know how it works with the 2nd edition. I don't remember how it works. I don't know how it works with 5th edition. Thieves' tools, those just give you a bonus, though, don't they?
I think maybe. Not really sure. I've never played a rogue before.
Rogues should have thief tools. So
But what does he roll? It looks like
it's usually dexterity.
Dex.
Is it
Well,
just
there's a
a?
sleight of hand skill.
I think you can click on it if it added it automatically.
It's just
Otherwise, sleight of hand might be about the same if you're
You
proficient
mean-
in it.
Click on the thieves' tools.
Click
or-
on the thieves tools. You could try that.
yeah. Let's see what it gives you as a roll. Like, let's just see what it rolls.
I don't know what the hell it's doing. Sorry. Well, wait. Oh, attribute. Probably attach that to Dex. Okay. That's my thieves' tools, I guess.
Oh yeah, that looks right.
Yep, he rolled
Yeah.
3.
That's pretty bad, but
I mean,
It,
come
it
on.
was a bad roll, but
So it rolled an 8, right? Is what I'm seeing here. It
Yeah.
rolled a d20 plus 1, and that was to pick the lock. Yeah. It failed, and as it fails, you hear
Oh,
a
no.
snick, and a spray of something comes out
Oh,
into your
yep.
face.
I'm dead.
Roll a Constitution save.
It's poison.
Ah, shoot. Why'd I get the one good check for perception just to get myself killed?
And Halden's down.
Take 7
Oh.
points of poison damage as you inhale some crazy
Yeah.
substance that sets your
Uh-oh.
lungs on fire, which explains why you're so stuffy tonight. You took a acid spray to the face.
Oh yeah, that's it.
The door remains locked.
Of course it does. Well, screw this door. Never mind.
For real. Okay, so there's this door, and we also know there's a tunnel, right?
Yeah, there's a tunnel leading out to the southeast.
I probably should check
And
for
and
traps or
and
whatever.
and the guys that fled down the tunnel, right?
Yes. Yes, checking for traps is always a good idea.
I really want to know what's behind this door now. It's protected with poison and a lock.
You can kick it open.
Does this lock appear to be bashable? Because I'm pretty strong.
I was.
I have sleight of hand. Can I use that?
Smash it.
I mean, you can always try to roll, but the thief is going to have, I would assume, the best rolls for, breaking into
I don't know.
it.
I've got plus
Take
2
mine.
for sleight of hand. Just saying.
I
Smash
got
it.
+3. Just saying.
Ooh, Haldren. Yeah, you just shut up.
So are you smashing the door, or is somebody else attempting to pick the lock?
Ian says he's got it, so.
Okay, I will attempt to pick the lock with sleight of hand. I swear, if
Might
I
wanna disarm the
pick
trap
this door
first.
without,
Maybe keep
No.
your mouth shut.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
damn.
Sure, okay. No more poison,
Okay,
right?
Joey, bash it.
I'd like to try to bash it. Would this just be a straight up dexterity?
Feel like we need to
No,
move.
it'd be a strength roll.
Strength roll. Okay, strength. Here we go. Oh, come on.
It's not bad.
That's
You heave your axe into it, and it caves in the center of it and takes a chunk out, and you can see beyond into the room now.
Ooh.
What's in there?
Took like a chunk out. It looks like some chests, a desk, another bed. Now that the hole's there, you can reach through, and on the other side, you can feel around. There's a latch, and you can open the door and go in.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Dwarven Fighter FTW.
All right, there's a desk. It's got a few drawers. Looks like it's got some journals and papers on top of it, inkwell. There's a torch on the wall. That's where the light source was coming from that you could see earlier. And then a short bed and a couple of small chests to the left. Foot of the
Are
bed,
any of-
chests, and then the desk. It's a small room.
Are any of these papers have anything to do with the pandemic or
You
anything
give a
like
quick
that?
rummage through the papers, and it looks to just be waybills for shipping goods and things.
Okay. Suppose we should loot the chests, eh?
Do the chest.
Might want to check for traps.
No, come
Time for
on.
this. We need to try to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna believe we don't
Open
need
the
loot
chest
right
first,
now.
we
We
can
need
get all
to
this
leave
way.
it
Oh, yeah, as I say, I just bashed in this door for you guys, and you're like, oh, let's just leave the chest. Come on.
Opens the chest.
Okay, greedy
I'm
dwarf.
trying to survive here.
Yeah, survival. It's kind of an instinct.
The chest locked.
Chests are probably gonna eat you anyways.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
inspect
Chest-
the chest.
Chests are
Somebody
locked.
inspect.
The
Okay,
chests are
okay.
locked.
Chests are locked. Gosh, darn it.
I have a crowbar. Can I use that?
All right, as you're inspecting all of these things, the non-magic users, you all feel this. The room shakes, and the magic user, Duende, you feel this. You feel something went off, some sort of magical explosion just went off above. Quantum, you're the church users, you also feel it as well. Massive blast of energy somewhere above you, way beyond what you felt before from like the creatures, and the whole chamber just shook, and there's like rocks and dust falling down from the cavern ceiling above you. And Thanon, everybody's going, all right, we better get moving. I don't know
Okay,
what that
sure.
was.
Let's get going. guys.
Okay, yeah.
Let's go
Yeah,
down
Maybe
there.
we should follow those guys that ran because they probably know the way out.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure.
All right.
Seems reasonable.
You get to the tunnel, and there's some stairs going down. And you can make your way down the stairs. You eventually come to another large chamber cavern. It's got torches on the walls, and there's a cavern entrance and some stairs. Looks like it's going off further to the south, and there's some that are going off to the north east. The breeze is coming from that northeastern tunnel. Um, as you come down into this room, there's another massive explosion from above. It's going to knock everybody to their knees. There's going to be a horrific uh, tearing, cracking sound as the floor of this chamber splits in two, and this void opens up in the middle. On one side are all of your party members, as well as Thanon. Um, but Leanna, Firin, and Halen are on the other side of the gap.
Oh.
On your side of the gap, you can go into this northeast tunnel where the breeze is coming from, but on the other side, they're cut off, and this
No.
is like a 20-foot wide gap
No.
that's happened in between now.
Hmm.
No.
Dust and debris and rocks coming down from the ceiling. And is the Holy Grail in the crack? You look down and you see there's a chalice at the bottom, glowing gently.
Is there a
And
rabid rabbit?
everybody felt, all the magic you all felt your individual type of energy, magic. That's what you felt. Something's going on above you in the city. Some sort of massive
we can't-
amounts of energy are being expert.
And you wanted to open the chests.
Oh, that could have been good. Well, okay. So we know we need to go down the tunnel, but we can't just leave Tannen and all them there.
Well, Thanon's on your side. Everybody
Oh,
else, the
Thanon's
rest
on-
of his
we
party
got
on
the
their
dwarf.
side.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got the dwarf. Let's go.
As
Down
this
the tunnel.
Althea.
as this happens, Alfea comes out of the tunnel on the southern side, and she's like, "What are you guys doing? Are you responsible for that? What that's going on about? Just what you do here?" And she's just gonna come look at you, and then she's gonna look at the crack and look up at you and look at the crack, and her eyes are just gonna get really big. Now she can obviously get across the crack. No one else can. And Thanon's gonna frown. Has anybody got any rope?
I don't anymore. Mine's at the tavern where we had to leave it.
All right.
I got rope, but it's only 10 feet.
Yeah, Firin is going to just shake her head, say, "Thanon, get them out. We'll find a different way around."
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And
I don't like where this is
he's gonna
going.
frown. "I don't want to leave you. I don't know what's going on. I don't know these caves." And she says, "Don't worry, we'll figure it out." And Halen gives a nod. Althea's gonna say, "Well, there's another tunnel back here we could check out. I haven't gone down it yet, so we could check that one out." And they're gonna nod and repeat to Thanon, "Take them on. We'll meet you down there, one way or the other. We'll find our way down." Thanon's gonna give a nod. "Look, let's go. We gotta get down there." And he's gonna lead you down this tunnel to the northeast.
Ooh, I don't like that.
You're gonna make your way down this tunnel. As you're going down this tunnel, there's definitely the magic users and quantum users. You're feeling lots of stuff going on above. You have no idea what's happening, but more explosions are happening. There's dust and debris falling. Rocks are falling from the side of the tunnels. You're shaking. The earthquake that I just went through last night is a perfect example of this. As you're working your way down this tunnel, and after about 10 minutes of running, you finally make your way into
Oh, we have a new map.
Ooh.
I actually had
Oh,
time.
wait.
I actually had time to make a better map this time, like with all of the tokens and everything on the map this time. So, this is what you come into. The scene that you come into as you exit the tunnel. You guys are on the bottom corner of this map. That's where this tunnel empties into, and ahead of you, you see a small underground cove. And now off to the northeast, more east than north, you see you could see the harbor and the bay. You could see sunlight and afternoon sun. Definitely an exit point out of this cave, but this is a small, there's a ceiling, a couple 100 feet up or so you can see, but it's a small cavern with a small cove here. And you've got a couple of docks and 2 small sloops. Smaller than the one you came in on with Firen and Halen earlier. And these are human made as opposed to elven made. But that's what you see in front of you. Now, the closest boat to you, at quick glance, it's got a. It's riding a little low on the water. And it's got this ramp put up the back. And doesn't appear to be anybody bothering with this boat at the moment. On the farther side of the cavern is another boat, and there's at least 15 to 20 individuals who are in the process of loading up this boat and preparing it to get underway. That's what you see as you come into the cavern.
Ooh, it's low to the water. That means it could bottom out on us.
It's full of cargo.
Oh, it could be full of cargo.
Or
It's already
it could not
loaded.
be.
I mean, there's not people around it. I mean,
I say we go for the one that's not got any people on it. Let's see if we can't get the heck out of here.
That seems
Yeah.
who
good.
knows how to sail?
I mean, I feel bad for the people we just left, but
nah.
what? Nah.
Uh,
we got Thanon. Let's go.
I got myself. That's what I was thinking. But I mean,
Ooh. Ooh.
All right. How do I keep moving the map by
I mean, some
accident?
of you are all right, I guess.
Some of you are all right. All right. So you guys want to move your way forward, is what you're saying?
Yep. Let's do it.
Okay. Well, we're gonna move you up a little bit here as you guys make your way towards the boat here.
Maybe we should just like bargain to get passage.
As you guys
Ooh.
move up here,
Too late, Ian.
we're
That's
gonna
probably
roll here.
We did just kill a whole room full of them.
They don't know that.
I keep looking at the Holy
Well,
Grail
maybe 2 of them know that.
coming.
2 of them know that.
As you're emerging, as you make your way to the boat, you do see ahead of you the 2 guys who escaped the room earlier,
Ooh.
and they're talking with this group that's right here in the center here. That's right here in the front, I should say. And they're going to turn around as you come into view and look at you. And
I'd like to force persuade them. No.
not even going to be a question. This first group's going to draw weapons, and they're going to start coming towards you.
shit.
Oh, great.
And one of the guys is going to shout something unintelligible you can't make out to the guys on the boat and on the ramp. Let's get these 2 bow guys are going to be back in the back here.
Don't die.
All right,
Yeah.
these are the 2 bow guys. This is it.
Escape from Parthana. Just kidding.
All right, they're going to
No,
come
guy.
down the docks a little
Like
bit.
trying to drive off the Halo or something.
Yeah.
Falling in a hole.
All right. So at this point, well, hello, young one.
Bear. He looks so sad.
He's pretty sad.
Oh.
Having a sad moment. It happens.
It's late.
It happens to all of us. I need
Aw.
all the things too, man. I know how that
Yep.
works.
Yep.
I know exactly how that feels.
Yep.
If you need to take a minute, you totally can. It's all good.
Bear.
All right, Mama took him.
It's all good.
Oh,
If
good.
you need a few minutes, we can take a bio break too. It's all good.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
I could take a minute if we want to.
Yeah, let's take a minute. You
Yeah.
can go ahead and help her, and we can all take a bio, and then we'll come back and wrap up the final fight here.
Be right back.
You're good.
Well, while we're waiting.
Okay, I'm ready.
Welcome back. I think we're still missing Ragalorm, perhaps.
Could appear so. Kids are so much fun, aren't they?
They're great.
Ah. You never know what's just gonna make them just upset.
Yeah, sounded like Mama took his bugs.
Oh, well, you can't do that.
Yeah, pretty rude.
Yeah, rude.
Rude.
Absolutely. That's like Josh. He's he'll be 7 in May, so he's 6. And if one of his stuffed animals is missing, it's the end of the world. Can't have bedtime.
Hmm.
Just can't.
As
And we
long
will
as
spend half an hour looking for this one little stuffed bear. I'm like, what's wrong with this stuffed bear? Oh no, not the right one.
I was Dino Green. I had a green dinosaur with a purple stomach, and I think I was probably 10 before that thing was no longer relevant to my sleepy time. I could be,
Right.
yeah, it's been a long time
Listen.
ago, but I do remember that being a very necessary element to everything.
Sure.
Dino
I had a
Green had to go
blankie. I
everywhere.
remember I had a blankie. I had this ratty blanket that was like shreds by the time I was, double digits.
Yep.
Right.
All right, we got everybody back here?
Looks like it.
I'm here.
All right,
Let's
perfect.
do this.
All right, so they're advancing to you, swords drawn. A fight is obviously about to break down. As they're advancing, another mighty rumble and explosion happens above you. The ceiling above cracks, and a giant stalagmite or stalactite, I always forget which one it is, falls from the ceiling and kind of explodes right in front of these guys. And they all kind of look up and look back at you, and they're like, screw this, and they all bail for their boat.
Perfect. Whew.
Perfect.
So
Yes.
they're bailing for their boat.
That's what we want to do.
Okay.
Let's run
I
for
say
this.
we consider to just go to our boat.
Does
See if we
this
can't get this
boat
dumb
work?
gun launched.
Does
All
the
right.
boat
So you guys can all move your own characters, right?
Yeah.
work?
So go ahead and you can go up the ramp and get on your boat. Okay, Edrador, yeah, Mister, I'm gonna be a hero. Um, um,
Wait, where's the no, I'm the best.
No,
I'm at the
I'm
best. Get out of here. No,
Is there,
no.
is there an anchor? That's what we need to figure
Yeah,
out.
where's the anchor?
It looks like it's up here. I would
It's right
guess.
here.
do any
Alright.
of you actually have
It's ready.
any boat skills at all?
Family skills, heck
no.
no.
So let's say that
Nope.
you picked
Who
up a
needs
little
boat
bit.
skills?
You picked up a little
It
bit.
floats.
Um,
Right.
you
We
picked up a
sailed
little
around.
bit with when you were on your way here. Hang on, where's he at? Shannon, get on the map.
Thanon probably knows.
Yeah, I was
Some
gonna say I
things.
had to get him on the map, and I keep
Oh no,
clicking on.
he was
things.
blindfolded.
All right, Dan is gonna come on here. He's gonna look around. He's like, "I hate these dumb things. Always leave this better to Fearin and Island."
no.
He's not exactly boat savvy. Anchor is a good thing. Let's say there's an anchor off on one side. No, there's no anchor. You're just tied off to the dock.
Okay. We'll start untying us.
Okay.
Just chop the ropes.
Kick this ladder off.
Okay, you're gonna kick the ladder off. Another explosion shakes the cavern, and another couple of huge chunks of the ceiling fall down. One of them crashes into the dock right here and carves a big hole in it. Another one falls into the water over here on the other side of your boat. And as this happens, you hear a screaming, shrill cry coming off from over here. And all of a sudden, you see Althea
No.
flying out of nowhere, followed by followed by Halen, Leanna, and Fearin
Oh,
as they
gosh.
come running
Good.
out of this tunnel that you previously didn't see. And they're dodging through the falling rocks and debris. They run up the ramp. Do I want to get them? I'm too lazy to pull them on the map. They get to the ramp. They
How
get
do
up
we
on the
start this
boat.
thing?
Yeah, get up on the boat, and Fearin immediately is like, "What is this piece of shit? You've cut it free." She's like, "It's low in the water. Something's wrong. Give me 2 seconds." And she's gonna yank up the hatch in the middle, jump down, and disappear. Meanwhile, Fearin's gonna run to the back, and he's gonna kick this ramp off. You guys have already untied it and gotten the
This is great.
the ladder kicked off. This other boat has already pushed off, and
Of
they're
course
already
it is.
making their way towards the exit there. You can see in the distance. Fearon's gonna pop her head up, cursing in Elvish. It's waterlogged. There's a
of
leak
course it is.
below. She's gonna yell something at Haldren that no one understands. He's just gonna nod, jump down into the pit with her. Meanwhile, Leanna is going to come back and look up at the sails, and she's going to start pulling on some of the ropes for the first ones, and yells down at you guys, "Get the sails, drop the sails." Which sounds.
I have something I can help with the water.
What do
I'd
you-
like to jump in.
Go for it. What do you got?
Create or destroy water. I can do 10 gallons at a time.
Oh, ooh. That's cool. I didn't know there was a spell like that. That's awesome.
Sounds handy. That sounds like it'd be
That
more
sounds
useful
very
with
helpful.
AD&D.
It does
Don't-
sound helpful for right now.
Don't create more though. Let's
No,
just
you're
destroy it.
right.
You could
I can
create
do
it
it.
on their boat.
Yeah.
To move it to the. I can do it 3 times. And then I'd be all out of spells.
30 gallons. That's a
All
lot.
turn- Alternatively-
Not to burst your bubble, but that's really not that much water.
It's
No,
not.
it's
It's
not.
not.
No.
But.
But it's
This size.
He could roll a crit. Come on.
I don't think it works that way.
No.
Jeez. Oh.
You jumped under the pit. let's say that for the sake of argument, because the way that Firen's actually a sea elf, so she grew up on the sea. She's used to working with this. Um, she's already doing something of that nature. You offer to help, and she gladly accepts. And what she's going to do with you is you're going to basically cast a spell. She's already doing something similar, but she's doing it with elemental magic, so you have no idea exactly what's going on. But between the two of you, you managed to clear out the water from around the hole where this water was seeping in. It's not a big hole. It's like the size of your fist. It was right at the water line, and that's why the boat was riding a little bit low. You managed to pull the water back just for the moment to allow uh, um, Halen a chance to jump in there and very quickly slap a piece of wood on there and do something very quickly, and he puts a patch on. Now you still have the water, but at the very least that's been patched up. As that's done, Fearon's going to let the spell drop. I hope that's good enough. Let's see if we can get this barge moving. And she's going to jump up top, and Halen's going to stay down below and start manning the bilge pump there, and he's going to try to start ditching some of this water as best he can. Farron's going to jump top, and she's going to run back to the helm, and she's going to look behind her, grit her teeth, look up at the sails, which by this point you guys have managed to drop all the sails, which seems like a strange order considering that there's no wind at the moment and you're under a cavern. But as she grabs the helm, she utters something under her breath, and a gust of wind comes out of nowhere
Nice.
and fills the sails. And the boat starts to very slowly creep away, kind of scraping against the edge of the deck of the docks there. You can hear a horrible, like, grinding sound underneath as, like, the back end of the boat, like, drags against the rocks on the bed of the little harbor area here. And as this happens, there's going to be another explosion that shakes the cavern, and another crack appears above you, and debris is starting to fall. Leanna's actually going to reach up and cast a force shield above you to keep the debris from falling on your boat. Another big chunk of rock hits the barrier and shatters off onto the sides. And as your boat pulls out and off into the harbor, you see ahead of you another big chunk of rock falls and splits the other boat in two as the other members of that particular boat scream in terror and fall into the water. As you exit the mouth of this little hidden kind of cove, to the left of you is north. That's the exit to get out of here, out to the inner sea. To the right, you can see the city, and there is a bunch of smoke coming from where the Circle of Mages used to be. And what you see now is you see the main tower in the center and 3 of the other towers, but the rest are gone, and there's just flames and smoke. And as you're watching this, another explosion happens. This one is the most powerful that you've felt to this point, and you watch the central tower disappear into a blast of quantum and elemental energy that obliterates the center tower and the last 3 and just leaves nothing. It's just empty skyline at this point. The shock wave hits your boat and rocks it back and forth. Leanna's holding the spell off as best she can, her shield. Firen is hauling ass for the open sea of the inner sea at this point. So you have made it out of the city. The Circle of Mages has been destroyed by something. All you felt was quantum energy and elemental magic going on at the same time. You get a couple hours out towards the inner sea. Barthena has faded to a distant sort of skyline on the horizon. You can still make out the city, but it's quite a ways away now. And as you're sailing off into the inner sea, you see a dome of bluish purplish energy goes up around the entire city. And that's the sight that you are left with as you sail off into the northern inner sea and leave the city of Parthona behind you.
Ooh. It's in ruins.
Oh my god. Glad we got out of there.
Oh yeah.
Just in time.
All the
Well.
humans. I need the 3 humans to make saving throws.
Well,
saving
y'all
throws
dead.
again.
We're throwing them overboard.
2 humans and the half elf. Sorry. Constitution.
Yeah.
Ooh, Lance. Nice roll.
Dying. I'm too priesty.
I'm too priesty.
Give me one.
I'm just so priesty.
With all my healing.
Come
magic.
on, somebody roll a critical fail. Come on. Oh.
We have another guest joining us, it looks like.
Yeah, I was just say I see a little face.
Another youngling. All right, so you have successfully escaped. So here's one of the things I want feedback on, because I haven't decided yet. I don't like to kill characters. I don't like to kill player characters. Now, from the purposes of the story, theoretically, the plague is theoretically the humans, considering how many failed saving throws you have. Let's see, Ragalorm. Where's Rag? 1.
He's dead.
Killed him.
He's dead.
2, 3,
Done for.
4 fails.
You don't need the character anymore.
Yeah.
So Ragalorm actually has 50-50.
Ooh.
He saved 50 and failed 50.
Ooh.
Lance has save, fail, save. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 fails and 3 saves
He's dead.
Oh
on
no.
Lance. And then
Lance is
Haldren has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fails and 1 save.
He's definitely dead.
So
Lance
he's
is maybe on the line.
so he's
But
a
he's half.
he's half elf.
Yeah.
So
So he's
The
dragging
fake is
his
safe
leg
him.
and pulling his arm.
So the question I have to you guys would be, what are some creative solutions to, obviously there's going to be immunity at some point. I mean, that's one way to explain away why player characters manage to not catch it, right? I would say
Oh.
in this case, none of the humans got bit or
Right.
scratched. If they had gotten bit or scratched, according to the lore, that's an instant turn, like, unless you're immune, which immunity can work from a story perspective, but I also feel that it takes away a little bit of that edge. So I'd be interested to hear feedback from everybody on what they think is an appropriate solution to a plague that is supposed to infect you immediately upon getting bitten or clawed by one of these creatures. And in this case, you were only ever in proximity to sick people, so I just had you roll saving throws, of which, at the very least, one of you had 50-50, one of you had less than 50-50, and one of you failed miserably, but he was also a half elf.
Is it spread through the air at all?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's spread through the air, also through the bite, and any sort of like claw or bite or any sort of, if they're damaging the flesh, then it's going to infect you.
Let's just
So-
say it's a good thing I'm the one that got bit and
Is-
scratched.
But is the sick thing that we originally were dealing with different than this, like, transformation thing?
From a lore
that-
perspective, yeah. Let me give you a little background on that, because I think we've explained this in the brainstorming episodes, but I haven't written the chapters about it yet from the book. So the plague is different than getting bit or clawed by one of these creatures.
Right. And it's the creatures are the people who've gotten healed. They're the ones who's
Right.
turning. Right?
Correct.
Interesting.
But the plague still is incredibly deadly,
Right.
and if you've got it, is at this point the only way to cure it is from the elves and their magic, and then that converts you, that turns you. So
It's kind of a lose-lose.
Yeah.
from a perspective, I'm looking more along the lines of what are the consequences of failing a bunch of saving throws? Because I was having you roll twice per day, basically, one in the morning, one in the evening, and then just accumulating those rolls over the course of the 4 days, I think it was, that you were in the city. And then looking at that going, if we were to continue this campaign beyond this point, you probably, those of you who had failed to save so many times would probably be sick at this point with the plague. And then the question is, how sick do you get? If you're a player character, you can't die from it. I don't want to have players die, but there has to be consequences to getting sick from the plague. So that's what I'm curious about what you guys think.
I mean, if it kills most people, we should at least be out for, I don't know, a while.
I mean, we could treat it like a curse, I suppose.
That's true.
Yeah, I think
And
maybe some kind of bane where it gives them like sensitivity to something, or I don't know, some kind of
There should be some sort of
mental
long-lasting
issue.
effect.
I like the Bane issue. Bane or a curse.
Ooh, yeah.
Like probably hit your constitution. Maybe make you sensitive to sunlight. You just I don't want to go outside for today. I feel like crap.
I'd caution against nerfing their characters so hard that they wish they were dead.
That's true. No, I mean it's a good point. You don't want to make it unfun. I mean, I feel like maybe you could knock a couple points of Constitution off like that. That's not horribly detrimental. You might lose a handful of hit points, and then I don't know whether that's a time-based thing that just goes away after like 2 weeks or something. Give that some more thought. Half elves, we're still torn with how half elves are affected because,
Right.
like, if you're a Fae, you can't get sick from the plague, and the bite at this point doesn't appear to have done anything to Idrildor.
Right.
I say at this point because I might come up with something fun in the future where, like, a bite can still do something to the Fae.
Well, they could like get cursed with quantum energy or affect their body somehow.
Yeah, I mean, could be some sort of an additional, just for them, some other type of bane or curse.
That'd be cool.
Turning to stone.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking. Actually, you just said that. I was just thinking. Chris and I just watched the new Wrath of the Titans movie that came out like 2012. And there's a point when he cuts off Medusa's head and he's like going up against the Kraken and he holds it up and like even the head like turns that creature to stone. I always loved that effect in that film. Of the way everybody turns to stone, even if their body's no longer attached, the head is still so potent that it can convert to stone. All right. Well, I like the idea of a curse. I like the idea of a bane. I like those ideas really well. Something I want to flesh out more now that we're done with this and I'm getting more into the finishing the source book and everything else. I want to flesh out the different branches of magic a little bit more so that those act more as backgrounds as opposed to just lores. Descriptions. The same thing with, because like if someone had chosen to be, as an example, we had the two Church of the Elder Ways members, right, and that allowed you to get past the checkpoint. At least those two members were able to get to past the checkpoint. So thinking about how Halden was a thief, but he wasn't necessarily associated with the Raven Syndicate. Thinking ahead in the future of making sure that the Raven Syndicate is more than just a lore description, but an actual background that a player could theoretically take, which would allow them passage into certain areas for being a part of that membership, as well as if they're a member of a certain sect of the Mages Guild. Then there's also characters like Duende, who are hedge mages who know everything, aren't necessarily part of the Circle of Mages, but they still have connections, nevertheless, especially if you're an elf like that. Thoughts, comments, etc.? now that we've wrapped this up? I know it's late, but figured we can figure out if everybody's got anything they want to add.
I'm definitely interested to see how the half elves magic works, because
Right.
it would kind of suck to only have half damage and stuff without there being some sort of bonus somewhere else.
Right.
So
It's a good
I don't
point
know
because
how you.
like Heath was saying, you don't want to nerf the character so much that people find it unfun to play.
Yeah, or else they'll just not play that.
No one will play a half elf, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And the one pro is that theoretically they might not be able to get sick theoretically, or not as sick. I know what
Mhm.
happens when a half elf turns. Joey and I have talked about that behind the scenes, which is the half elves when they turn, they're going to become a hybrid type of creature, which is going to retain its mental faculties, only they've converted over to this creature, and they will be more powerful than the humans who have turned because they've got access to Fey
Ooh.
blood, and they've got access to. So we know they can be turned, and we know that we know that they can get sick, and we know that they could be turned as well. But we haven't worked out what are the pros and cons of just being a half elf just to be a half elf. So that's good. That's good feedback.
Maybe the turned or playable race. You never know.
Oh man, that's an interesting
Oh, that
thought.
would be fun.
That's an interesting thought.
Yeah, I'm a monster, but I'm still your friend, dude.
That's future. That's too much for me to take on right now. So going away from here, I'm going to be taking all of this stuff and melding it with my notes and actually writing the first campaign module. All of your characters will go in there as NPCs at some point. I don't know exactly how that's going to work yet, but I'll get all your characters in there and your names and everything else. I have a real quick question, Heath. You said you use Roll20 a lot, right?
Used to.
Used to. Because I don't have anything purchased, but I've had people tell me that it's worth it picking up like the Roll20 version of the DM's guide and the player's handbook. Does that give you access, like when you're using the character sheets that we were using for this campaign, like more of the archetypes and backgrounds and everything?
I haven't used it. I think if you buy, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but getting all the compendiums makes it easier for character creations. Gives you access to like tokens, but I don't know if you necessarily need that if you're planning on using your own.
Yeah, I'll dig into it more because we're going to be coming back around to this probably. I think January is the plan when we do it for real. Um, and I just want to have it squared away. So I'm probably gonna play with my brother. We'll probably do some internal stuff leading up to that, so I can get more familiar with Roll20 as well, because I'd like to do a better job with maps and stuff, and learning tokens. Like today, like this map that we were doing here, I actually took the time to do the turns, even though we didn't end up using them, but I actually did take the time to come up with all the turn orders and everything else and get them all associated with the tokens so I can learn how to do initiative and stuff. So there's a lot of cool features with Roll20 that I'm just not familiar enough with to use. It's probably going to take me a couple months to get all the module stuff written, but I may have feedback for you guys that I'll ping you for in emails. And then we'll go from there. So I want to say big thanks to everybody for participating in this, because it helped us out a lot in kind of trying to figure out how some of the ideas that we have, whether or not they're going to work or not. And also getting your feedback on things like the half elves and how we treat the curse or a bane or the sickness. Specializations for the Church of the Elder Ways casting versus other things. I was doing some more thinking on the Warden class last night, which is the one that has like a pet, which is kind of like in my mind, I was thinking of the His Dark Materials books and that show they're doing on HBO. The movie version was what, the Golden Compass, I think. But I don't really like I don't have that in mind of like where they're tied by their souls. But I like the way that the animal companionship starts when they're kids, and then
Okay.
grows from there. So I'm going to be fleshing that out a little bit more as we get deeper into this. And then, yeah, cool. Final thoughts, everybody?
Well, thanks for having us.
Oh,
Yeah, it
thanks
was
for joining,
fun.
guys. I
I
appreciate
enjoyed
it.
Yeah, it was real fun.
Thanks for
Which one?
coming.
We may end up doing something impromptu outside of this. I feel like we should
Oh,
talk about D&D.
now that we all know each
Yeah.
other, yeah.
Seriously though, if you ever have, invite me. I'll show up.
For those of you following along in the stream, don't forget you can check out the previous 5 episodes here on YouTube. And if you want to know more, you can join the Discord or come hang out and pick up a subscription over on Patreon. But for now, we're going to be signing off from this. This is a wrap on the first campaign module, Escape from Parthana, and I'm going to go forth from here and flesh it out even more. So thanks everybody watching, and we'll catch you at some point.